Hey guys, what's going on? So, I'm kind of doing this video as like the end of an era, that we are now existing in, because I'm pretty sure the update is going to drop tomorrow. That will be the 24.0 update, with all of the new changes, including Scrapper talents, and I feel like this is kind of the end of an era, because there will always be the moment before Scrapper had talents and after, because even if you don't even have, like, the talents of Scrapper, you're still gonna get the activated ability, and that activated ability basically changes everything. It makes all of my videos on how to use Scrapper. I'm gonna have to make new videos on how to use Scrapper, because I've made a lot of different videos on how to use efficiently use a Scrapper, and part of that was the idea of always having a 1, 2, 3. Having a Scrapper that is 1, having a Scrapper that is 2, having a Scrapper that is 3, and with that, you can basically go for a pretty long time if you play Floral Frenzy, Blade Dancer, and because that was the original strategy of playing that deck, that other decks started to adapt, and then they made it better with Inquisitor. I don't know why this guy is not playing a J. He only has the one square that he's even using, and he's essentially doing, like, double shields, because he's doing Night of Darkness with the shield, and then Mermaids. So he has, like, ultimate protection. I guess that's his strategy, but I am actually not even playing Floral Frenzy. I'm playing Blooming Dash, and I'm doing this for a couple of... I wanted to do this video for a couple of reasons. One, because of the title. I finally got all 7s. I finally got a 7 Blooming Dash Blade Dancer on the field with a level 7 Portal Keeper. And I guess you're gonna have to find out when that happens by watching this video. I'm gonna do that YouTube thing. Normally I just spoil it for people, but I'm gonna do the YouTube thing of stay tuned. You'll never believe when it finally happens, and I'm just gonna make you watch through this entire video. But I wanted to make this video for that, because that's a very milestone-y kind of accomplishment for me, because when I'm playing regular, like, Harlequin Dryad, Blooming Dash, Spear Dash, I'm basically trying to get to 5s, level 5, Blade Dancer, level 5, Portal Keeper, and then I'm just trying to make my entire field level 5, because it's hard enough to even just do that, without, like, you know, especially not even having the gold Dryads. If you had a gold Dryad, you could just wait to get a gold Dryad, get something to a 3, then it would automatically become a 5, and then, you know, you'd be set. To get a bunch of Blade Dancers to level 5s using just solely Dryads, a bunch of Blade Dancers and a Knight Statue and a Portal Keeper, to get that amount of Dryads is crazy. And so for the last couple of days, I've been trying this. I don't think it's good. It's not optimal. And by tomorrow, presumably, when 24.0 drops with the Scrapper talents, this strategy won't even matter. And so the reason why I'm doing this is, one, to say that I did it, pre-Scrapper talents, and pre-Scrapper mana ability. But it's also to say that I'm going to be redoing all of my old Scrapper videos, because all of them are useless. After Scrapper talents drop, all of it will be useless, specifically because even if you, like I said, even if you don't have the level 9 talent, let alone the 13, let alone the 11, let alone the 13, let alone the 15, you will still have the mana ability, and that all immediately changes Scrapper and how it functions in the game, and how it, you know, the ease of use that it's gonna have within this game. And Scrapper being such a dominant support unit, it's a video worth making. The first video that I ever made on this channel when I first started was how to co-op. And it was simply the idea about how to use Scrapper efficiently. Getting a 1, 2, 3 Scrapper, knowing when to eat Dryads, knowing when to upgrade your Scrapper so that you can get a level 2, knowing how to manually upgrade to get to a level 2, If you don't even want to use Dryad and you can manually get a Dryad to level 2, all of this becomes null and void as soon as Scrapper Talents drop. Because the ease of use of Scrapper, it's going to be stupidly easy. The mechanics that exist, the mana ability, being able to lower the levels of Scrappers just by a mana ability that recharges every 15 seconds, even if that was a minute, it honestly wouldn't matter. The recharge rate doesn't even matter, but it's a very low recharge rate. Even that ability is amazing, but then you have the first ability, the level 9 ability, which, like Summoner, I think really changes the game on Scrapper. And basically what it does is, not the Recycler ability, I'm talking about the other one. The other one, it allows you to eat things less than the level of the Scrapper, which means that you can get a level 7 Scrapper and be able to eat literally everything on the field. In the same way that the Portal Keeper talents, the Santa Portal Keeper talents, you had the ability to move anything of equal or lesser value. The Scrapper is going to be able to eat anything of equal or lesser value, and that is going to change the game to begin with. And then you have the level 11 talent. Both of them are pretty good. I do like the idea of having out of order Scrapper hits, so it doesn't have to, you don't have to eat as many. And then you could theoretically get a Scrapper out of order, like you can get a Scrapper hit out of order. The other talent is, you know, like if you really want control of your Scrappers, whenever you merge 2 Scrappers, it will become the next level Scrapper. If you merge 2 level 1s, it will become a level 2. If you merge 2 level 2s, it will become a level 3. And then you have like the third ability, which is the 13%. The Acrid Waste one, I believe, is the better one, and it gives a kind of like a homunculus type ability where you have a unit traveling down your side of the field, and it's dealing 13%, or it's giving a damage reduction or defense reduction 13% up to 2 times, which is something, you know. Having a Scrapper and being able to do defense reduction, it's always good. Why not? And then, let alone the 15 talent giving you triple upgrades. If you thought double upgrades was insane, and it felt so good every time you hit double upgrades, imagine hitting triple upgrades. Imagine hitting triple upgrades off of the with the second talent, where you have like Scrapper hits outside of the regular normal, like eating 3 things and then your 4th hit is a Scrapper hit. Imagine getting, you know, eating 2 things, getting a triple hit, eating the 4th thing, getting another triple hit. Like, how good is that gonna feel? Like, I can't stress how good Scrapper is gonna change this game. I cannot wait to see Scrapper in every deck. I feel like it's at the point where now that they've nerfed Dryad to only deal 30%, or to only do damage increase 30%, I think that most people are going to choose to use Scrapper instead of Dryad, because it's simply too difficult to upgrade late game if you don't have a Zeus. Assuming that you don't have a Zeus, I think it's simply too difficult to upgrade late game if your 7 drops down to a 6 because of a Tribunal hit. I think it'll be much easier to, in the fact that every time you Scrapper as well, as an additional thing, every time you Scrapper anything, you're also getting mana back. Before, the problem with Scrapper was that you're wasting so much mana, you're having to summon in like 4 things every single time, and then a 5th thing, and then eat all of that for some random thing to upgrade. Now, you're gonna get mana every single time you eat something, and that's gonna change the game. But the fact that, like, you're going to be able to upgrade so many things that when you get Tribunaled late game, you're going to save so much mana, and you're going to be able to spend all of that mana and just funnel that back into getting Scrapper hits, and getting triple hits and getting double hits. And it's and being able to recover that late in the game, really pretty easily with a Scrapper, as opposed to having to Dryad your way to a level 6 Dryad, and just to upgrade your level 7, or your 6 to a 7, is going to do wonders for you. Assuming that you don't have Zeus, and I'm assuming that if you're listening to this video, if you're watching this video and you're on my channel, you probably don't have a level 15 Zeus. Because I feel like that is the majority of the player base. And there's a majority of the player base that would probably play Gadget or Jay, but the reason why Zeus is so good and is so dominant is because it has 4 tiles that allow you to upgrade units. And even though just simply upgrading a unit to level 7 is an accomplishment, the biggest thing is getting to late game, having 4 units on those tiles, and being able to immediately upgrade all of your things back to a level 7. That is the biggest upgrade. Most pro decks, the way that they usually die is they usually get to the late game and then they get hit by a Tribunal because they aren't automatically killing it anymore, because boss ability or boss health just gets so insane that at some point you can't immediately do that amount of damage, and you will get hit by a Tribunal. And if half your field goes down, all of a sudden you've lost all of that power. And if you get double Tribunaled, if you get Tribunaled again in the next boss round, it just starts to compile, and then it becomes easier for a Bedlam to hit you, for a Warlock to hit you. And so the best thing that you can do for your late game is be able to get all of your 7s back to level 7s. I believe in this next round is when things start to get really hairy. I'm using a Mermaid specifically because I can't rely on being able to cleanse everything, because I have like random Scrapper hits. I'm also having to now, like, everything is a 7 except for my level 6. My level 6 Portal Keeper, and things are starting to get really bad for me. Things are starting to get really bad for him as well, but right there again, I should have switched, but when something is on the right side of the screen, it's so hard to react. This is where things get really bad, because now I can't even switch anything. I thought that I was pretty much gonna die, because there's no way for me to activate any of my Blade Dancers, there's no way for me to save any of them. Right here, I can't even switch the Portal Keeper to another 6. I don't have another 6 on the field. And then I get Dark Priested. The level 7 gets Dark Priested. I was pretty sure I was going to die right here. And then that happens. And I'm able to get like all level 7s on the tops. I did it. I accomplished the goal. This was the goal. This is like the dream. And then, like, I was so, like, excited to finally then start this match and do, like, a billion damage, like, hundreds of billions of damage, and this is what ended up happening. It was, like, 2 billion and he died. 4269 crit, I don't know why he was playing Mermaid. There's so many better options. Dryad, I'm sorry, Trainer's a better option, Jay is a better option, even Gadget is a better option. The idea that he thought that he needs that much protection is kind of crazy. It could be because he doesn't have a counterspell. So I suppose if he gets Dark Priested, if something breaks through the shield and he gets Dark Priested, he basically dies. And so maybe that's what his thought process was in using Mermaid. But yeah, I was very proud of this game, and I'm looking pretty excited about Scrapper Talents, because it's going to change everything.